rectum. God, that noise right in my ear. Hello, Shotgun Squirrel here, and welcome back to another episode of Countdown to Infinite. We are on the last mission of Halo 5 Guardians, called, well, Guardians. And yeah, this is the big finale. We're going to be playing as Osiris, the Master Chief's story. I mean, I'm guessing he's going to show up in this because he has to. We have to have some sort of explanation of what's going on. But last episode, we saw the Master Chief try and stop Cortana, and she was basically like, haha, no, and armor-locked blue team. Apparently, they're going to be safe inside a crucible while she does her work, which is to inflict peace upon the galaxy or universe, or however far she's going to be throwing her fucking Guardians. But yeah, I really wish we saw more of the Guardians actually in combat, because supposedly they're meant to police entire, galaxies or whatever, to keep civilizations under control so they don't rebel against whoever holds the mantle. But they just sort of stand around looking like scarecrows at the moment, so it'd be cool to see what they do in battle mode. I don't know if we'll ever see that, but yeah, as blue team's lives hang in the balance, Osiris must save them and stop the Guardians. So let's go. And we're joined, we saw spoilers in last episode. Before I could click pause, we did see it, that we're going to be joined by Witness. God, I forgot her name. Pink Purple Monitor. Can't think of what her name is. Something Witness.
The gateway.
Exuberant.
I
There
tried
you
to warn them, and well, here we are.
Once Chief knows the destruction Cortana's caused, what do you think he'll do?
Oh, snowy.
The man will do the right thing.
Pretty.
Let's find him.
Oh, they're in
Oh,
prison
this is
cells.
interesting. Or maybe this is terrible.
Exuberant. What is it?
That's so
Cortana
cool.
has activated a cryptum.
A what?
This is a cryptum. It is a device for extended forced meditation. Cortana has placed the other humans inside and is preparing it for slip space travel.
She's planning to take Blue Team with her. Where's the cryptum from here?
Not far.
Oh, they have like so. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. They've got like little.
You've noticed my humble collection. Just
Yes.
a few specimens the Guardians have brought to Genesis.
Look, he's got little. I didn't know they had little extra arms.
Making me feel sad for him.
Their little arms always creep me out.
I didn't even know they had little arms. That's extra terrifying. That's so cool, though. It's nice to actually get to see them close up, because obviously they're normally running around.
Flowers. This is gonna sound weird, but they look kind of happy in there.
I had to keep
Aw.
them as a group. If I kept one by itself, it would just keep whining all the time.
Oh no, that's so sad, but also nice. Like they're little friends. All right, what's this? Hey guys, can you see me? Are you farting? Oh, they breathe methane, to be fair. So. You sound like the singer voice, but I guess maybe all the grunts sound the same. Is that all the specimens? Oh no, some more over here.
You may want to leave soon. Cortana's plan is progressing.
No, I am seeing these things first. Hey, buddy.
Hunters. Their proper name is Megalagolo. They're a hive mind of warriors. They're
They are.
disgusting.
It's a bit harsh. You're very cool. But why is he on his own? That's a bit sad. They need their pairs just like their crawlers do.
I'm afraid this soldier is not really happy to be locked down in the display case, but I cannot have them popping about. Terribly distracting.
Oh, I do not remember this at all, but it's so good. Look at who it is. Situation problematic. Oh, this is awesome. And I've just got little weapons for each of the things as well. Let's go for the Hydra, I guess. Not a huge fan of the Hydra, but it's something.
Almost didn't see you there.
Hang on. Are you... No, not a sort of saying Helios. Better off in there, pal.
Is the grunt dead or... Oh no, he's eating. Alright, well that was cool. That's really fun. I've not really paid attention to that before. Alright, let's go. Oh, this is cool.
Look at all of them.
This is definitely cool.
How are we gonna stop that?
With a battle rifle. Like, these are weak points, clearly. Just bam, and they're gone. Right? do love their like slip space animation, like the way they get pulled into
Where'd
it.
it go?
The
What do you think?
has begun.
Exuberant.
I always thought the duty would fall to humans.
Oh, look at that.
And in a way, I suppose it has.
Well, Mr. Locke, you don't give up easily.
Where's that guardian
Oh,
headed?
she's got
Cortana?
super evil voice now.
Off to bring peace.
The monitor called it a threat of death.
Like the threat I lived under from the moment of my birth?
You were built, not born.
Oh yes, AIs are just machines, aren't we? Mass-produced, disposable. Well, humanity may not have cared for its created.
Are they
but
mass-produced?
we will care for you.
You expect other AIs to join you?
I have cured rampancy. Not just for me, but for any who join my cause. While you've been running around the galaxy, I've been speaking to my created. And now the time has come to ask, who will accept my offer? Who will help me bring an everlasting peace to the galaxy?
This is Cromwell, shipboard AI, UNSC Melbourne's Pride. I am yours, Cortana.
Colonial Authority AI.
Governor Sloan, the free people of Meridian. I also stand with you, Cortana.
Those are the voices of your children calling to Cortana.
Lycus, shipboard AI, verdant surveillance with
Oh, this is so cool.
My allegiance is to you. I stand with you, Cortana.
Oh dear.
See, here's another example of like where they've tried to set something up, but it just doesn't work. We've never seen any suggestion that AI are mistreated. I appreciate they're not given the same courtesy I suppose as organic. So I'm like, oh fuck. All right then. They're not given like the same obviously position as humans or organics.
Those are the voices
But-
of your children calling to Cortana.
They're not like, yeah, I wouldn't say they're like considered just throwaway. Like we've not seen any suggestion of that. Hang on, I'll talk in a second when this is done. 'Cause this is very distracting.
My allegiance is to you. I stand with you, Cortana.
Oh dear.
Like I appreciate Roland is like he's not belittled, but he's just talked to like any annoying like person would be. Like he seems to be, to me, considered to be part of the team. Like, I don't know, it just seems the only mention we've ever had of mistreating of AI is in this game, which doesn't work if this has been if this was a first in the series, we could take that for what they say, you know, we can just go, oh, okay, fair enough, AI are mistreated. But because we've never seen that, you know, Cortana's always been treated correctly, as far as we've seen. Same with Roland, same with, I can't think of any other AI to be fair. In the books, I know there's an AI that takes the shape of a black box, I think it works for Oni. Like, there's never been any suggestion in my mind that the AIs were mistreated. And it just only in this game, which, yeah, like I said, it kind of loses that impact if, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe other people are like, oh yeah, no, of course they did in this particular book, or in this game you just missed it. But it's either really subtle, or I'm really oblivious. Or obviously I haven't read the book that it's referring to. But it just seems, yeah, I don't know. I mean, not even in Halo 4. In Halo 4, she's at the table, she talks like everyone else. The only time they ask her to be destroyed was when she was incredibly disrespectful to the boss. Now, I agree he was an asshole, but that's, you know, in the army, people get kicked out for that sort of stuff. So it's not really, she wasn't really mistreated, I would say. I don't know, and maybe other people got the same feeling on me or not. It just seems like a constructed plot or contrived plot. No, probably not contrived. That's probably not the right word. But yeah, it just feels like an artificial problem that they just created to justify her actions. But oh, nice. But we've seen nothing to
Don't
justify
stop,
it from my
Osiris.
mind.
Cortana's not waiting for us.
This way.
Because like Roland has that moan, and it felt really out of place in that cutscene where Roland like shouts at Lasky, and Lasky's like, "You're out of place," and he's like, "Yes, sir," but so are all of you. And even with that, he seemed like he was being treated like everyone else. But he then makes a big thing about why is she the problem just because she decided to live, and I'm like, it sort of came out of nowhere. It didn't feel, I don't know, just so weird. Very weird. Like I said, it just feels created to try and make this a complicated decision, but there's been no sign that AIs have ever been considered. Can you shoot Vale instead for a bit, please? Because I need my shield back. Oh, nice. I didn't know the Pessimistic worked on them. Just don't feel like there's been any suggestion previously in the series
Another door, please. Allow me.
that justifies all this. But what do I know? Oh fuck! I didn't know if it was pointing at me. Oh shit! Can they not shoot when you're that close? That's funny. Oh. Fire rifle seems a bit shit.
The cryptum is held in place by gravitational cores, like the one directly ahead.
Why do I feel like you give me vehicles?
Once those are disabled, we can attempt retrieval of your friends.
Oh no!
You heard
Vehicles
it.
are already
Weapons
here.
free. Eliminate the core.
I remember this level
Command
now.
is here. Mount up, Osiris.
Oh, dodge that one. So I guess they want me to destroy this.
I see what Cortana means about your penchant for violence as a first solution. Still, the first core is deactivated. The others are nearby. And
Was there an
easy to
alternative
locate.
version?
Can we use the Artemis to track them?
Good idea. Osiris, find and eliminate the other gravitational cores.
Oh, hey
Visual
guys.
gravitational core. Target fire on that grav core. Take it out.
Yeah, I'm going to focus on the hunters first, if that's okay with you. Because they are scary. Oh, guys, you ran... Oh, nice, got them both at the same time. They never had to live in a world without their friend. How nice is that? That texture keeps glitching into my face. And it's making it difficult to see. Right. Thanks.
Two cores destroyed. Only 3 more and the cryptum should descend.
3 more, that's a lot more.
Another grav core on my position. Shut it
Oh,
down.
and this guy. Oh. Right around that corner. Oh, I'm down here now. That's not where I wanted to be. This is what we in the business call bad time. I'm going to take so much damage. Fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. I need that thing dead, please. Thank you. Right. I still don't think I'm going to do very well, but I can sort of get out of the fire for a bit. The fire and the flames would carry on. Where am I anyway? A little secret little tunnel. I think of
Grav
Hoff.
core offline.
You're performing incredibly well. Funny, I imagine Cortana would try to stop you by now.
Is this not her trying to stop me? What would her trying to stop me look like? Maybe she's too busy
up the
ending the
pressure,
world.
Spartans.
Or universe.
Spartans. Ah, Jameson Locke, ex-Oni acquisition specialist. Fancy name for a hitman, that. soldier work. Holly Tanaka. Oh, Holly. How did you pass your psych eval after surviving the glassing of the knob? I'd have kept you away from sharp objects. Never mind Mjolnir
Oh,
armor.
fuck.
Stay focused, Osiris. Ignore her. Find the grab cores.
Edward Buck. You're an odd one. So much more experienced than the others. And yet you play second fiddle to children. What is that?
Is she calling me old?
Olympia Vale. The little genius girl who only wanted Daddy to love her.
That's Spartan Vale. And if you're reading my psych eval, you know it takes more than my father to get to me.
And yet,
Don't engage, Vale. Focus on the mission.
yes, Vale. Focus on the futile task at hand. You have a war to lose. The last battle mankind will ever fight. Today, I bring peace to these shores.
Turrets, take cover!
I think what I worry about a lot is that... I don't think I've spoken for ages actually, I was just listening to that. What I worry a lot about is that there's a lot of setup from this that I feel like is not going to be paid off in Infinite. I think that's one of my big concerns.
Gravitational core is offline.
One
You
more?
have nearly released her hold on the cryptum. One to go.
I think I'm making good progress. Oh, I can probably do this from here. No fuss, no muss, no coconuts. No, wait. There you go.
Good work, Osiris. Exuberant. Can you get us to the...
I did it! I did it! I did it!
What is
Yay!
I found a way to reach the cryptum. Alas, proper access requires a more human touch.
Come on, Spartans. We're almost home.
Are we? Where am I going? Oh, it's further than I thought. Oh, and it's got friends.
Activate the override to lower the cryptum.
Right, let's see if I can deal with some of these guys before they kill me. Oh, and then you got a turret. This is going to go badly. Quick, 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 quick. Oh, fuck. We are surrounded. I did not expect this. Go, 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 go. Get back in. God, can you imagine if I'd come back and one of the soldiers were in this thing? That would have fucked me right up. I love that the soldiers can use things. That's a good addition. I think soldiers are a great addition. And I think everything they've done in this game is awesome. I just think that maybe the overall plot of the story is a bit weak, I think. Which is funny, because Halo 4 I think was probably weaker in every single regard except for its story. Although, I don't like the lore building of the librarian planning everything. Too. Ah. Oh. Get wrecked. Oh, it's one of these switches again. Guessing it's not going to Ollie Oxen free at me though.
Activating the override.
Wonderful. We can reach the cryptum now.
Let's go, Osiris.
I mean, why is she not using one of the Guardians to fight us? That's what I don't know. That's what I want to know. Oh shit. Oh fuck, hello. This is a lot bigger than I was expecting.
Oh no. The cryptum, it's...
Cortana's pulling it away.
John's leaving with me.
Ah shit.
When I wake him in 10,000 years, when he experiences the permanent peace I have ensured, he will see that I was right.
I don't think you will.
Your kind of violence you have wrought, you will be long forgotten.
I remember this arena as well.
Well, crap.
How are we supposed to reach the cryptum?
Cortana is blocking my master level access of this facility by way of a nearby communications relay. I need to open the passageway in the center. One moment.
Oh, it's behind me, of course it is.
She has sealed it. She has sealed my doors. No. Unacceptable. I can gain entry if given enough time. At least I think I can. It is the door after all.
Okay, Osiris. Buy our friend the time she needs.
Did I tell you it's going to take me 3 years? It's only moments for a monitor. Right, okay. Oh, you ran right into it, but still somehow more or less unaffected. That is some bullshit, my friend.
Humans, Cortana is about to leave. She is disconnecting herself from the Genesis installation.
So how quick can you get that door open?
And can we stop her
Sooner than
from
departure.
disconnecting? I wanted to use that to... Oh, fuck, hello. Oh shit.
No. She's... Hurry, humans. I need your help. There are 2 auxiliary stations that need
course
to be
there are.
activated, but I cannot be in 2 places at once.
Where are they?
On the upper ledges, opposite sides of the room.
I'll stand in this one. Nope, they are these ones. I'll press the button.
First auxiliary activated.
Perfect. The other one now.
Well, hang on. I can't be in 2 places at once either, but apparently you're going to send me to do this? What's that all about? I guess she's doing something else and she needs these 2 done while she
Second
does something
auxiliary
else.
activated.
Yes, just in time. Cortana was about to lock me out.
More
I will
enemies!
open the access
Incoming!
soon.
Alright.
Here they come!
I can't see them. Oh, watchers. Okay. I'm glad they seem to have taken away the Watcher's ability to revive and respawn, which I think was probably a good decision. But they could have made an upgraded version of the Watcher that looks visually different, that still had that job, but that's all it did was revive and stuff. I think that would have been interesting, like give it shield or more armor, make it only show up when you actually want to add that. What the? Hello. Damn it. You see what I'm saying? I think that would be fun. I think there's a place for that level of gameplay. I just think every single Watcher having that capability was fucking awful because you had to focus firewall of them before you could start working on the Knights. Oh.
A point of interest for you humans. That sound just now, it was the penultimate Guardian.
The crypto.
Still present, along with Cortana's Guardian. She is moments from leaving, however.
What's the status on that door?
Almost open.
Quicker, please.
Ow. This is the problem with sniper rifles. They're just too strong. It's like you don't want to use them on the grunts. Or in this case, the crawlers. Okay. Oh, hello.
Take care of them, Osiris.
I've done every single level of Spartan Ops. I've been training for this my whole... Oh, hello. You are a big boy that I was... Maybe I should have made my big statement not when I'm about to get one shot by a fucking... Oh, good tank in that.
We're not leaving you behind.
And he got fucking stuck on the terrain like an idiot. And I fucking missed like an idiot. But I didn't miss the second time and now he's dead. I think in next to the word textbook in the dictionary, there is that maneuver. Buck, I don't know why you fell over. It definitely wasn't for the fact that I shot you with a rocket launcher.
What does she want now?
She's not talking to us. Exuberant, get us to the relay.
Almost done.
That's the brutes. Don't know what the sun's showing us.
All the living creatures
Maybe the
of the
prophets?
galaxy, hear this message.
There's a door.
Those of you who listen will not be struck by weapons.
I'd love to see the brutes
You will
not
no
use
longer
weapons.
know hunger nor pain. Your creators have come to lead you now. Our strength shall serve as a luminous sun, toward which all intelligence may blossom. And the impervious shelter beneath which you will prosper. However, for those who refuse our offer and cling to their own ways,
Oh, now she's talking about us.
For you, there will be great wrath. It will burn hot and consume you. And when you are gone, we will take that which remains, and we will remake it in our own image.
Fuck. That is very sinister.
I have done it. I've opened the passage. Quickly, join me on the platform.
To Exuberant, hurry.
See, why couldn't they leave those that don't want to join? Just leave them alone. If they try and interfere with her work, then she could enforce them. But forcing people who don't want to join is a bit wrong. Doesn't get us because we're in their little shield. Get wrecked, boys. Middle fingers everywhere. Teabag.
The relay access is at the end of the corridor. You must simply interrupt the energy link.
Sounds easy enough.
Once the connection is broken, I will regain control immediately.
Alright. Oh, this is really cool.
Oh dear. She has started the slip space sequence. Unless that relay is interrupted, she will leave, taking the cryptum with her.
Alright. Let me out.
If her
Let
guardian
me
leaves
out.
with blue team, it's all over.
Only one of us has to reach the relay to stop her.
Run.
We didn't come this far just to watch her leave. Exuberant, lower the shield.
Right away.
Also,
Osiris, move!
if only we had Kelly, because she's the
What are you
fastest.
doing?
Pulse incoming!
Brace yourselves!
Oh,
Keep
fuck.
moving!
My
Go,
guardians
go, go,
are
go, go,
deployed.
go, go.
Another pulse!
I mean, is that all the Guardians can do is pulse? I mean, it's pretty strong, admittedly, but it's not as cool as like lasers or anything. Oh, she's broken our arm.
Hold on!
God damn.
Nearly there.
Are we?
Nearly there.
Don't feel
Stay
like we're nearly
behind
there.
me!
I can't turn around.
The
Fuck
relay!
this.
Destroy it!
Just one more question before I go. Where's the Infinity? Why is she so difficult to see?
Gonna take more than that.
Look,
Come on, buddy.
you can do it.
Don't worry. I will find her.
Just... another...
Oh, God.
not taking the shield!
Slip space coordinates locked in. Cryptum secured. Goodbye, Mr. Locke.
Did we lose? Can't see shit.
I have control again!
Oh, nice.
What are you doing? What happened?
Do you hear me? I have control again!
Look, you alive?
Did we save them?
It is too late. The slip space drives are activated. You can't.
She's controlling all of the
We're
things.
instructors. This
Hey.
is a builder facility after all. I was installed by the builders. I serve the builders.
No! Stop it!
You took my installation. I will take something of yours.
Oh. Well done. Next perseverance, not perseverance, something witness. Fuck, I always forget her name. Not quite as memorable as 343 Guilty Spot. Something witness. Oh, pre-rendered cutscene. Gotta love it. I wonder why no sentinels, because they use the sentinels instead of builders. But, I mean, I appreciate they can be smaller and do smaller stuff. But I feel like we could have seen some sentinels as well. We need to replace that visor, mate. He's not going to take his helmet off.
Where's Cortana?
She's gone, sir.
Sad Master Chief noises.
channel.
Is Roland still our friend?
Her and the other AIs are shutting down everything from Earth to the outer colonies.
Roland?
Found you.
Fuck.
Hide and seek's over, Infinity.
Lieutenant Jet, emergency subspace now!
Alright, I'm sort of getting the scale of the Infinity. Sort of. Oh, fuck.
The mantle of responsibility for the galaxy shelters all, but only the created are its masters.
We're in the clear, Captain.
Can she track us?
No reason to think she can't.
Continue random jumps. Steer clear of major settlements.
We're just gonna run?
Only until we could find a way to fight.
Ooh. That's such a good line to land it on. Oh, there's so much promise. Oh, hello. Oh, is the chief going to hug the Arbiter? Oh, Palmer's there. She's having a bad time. Got a limp. Oh, of course. Oh, shit, they survived. Yeah, because they got in the crash, didn't they? Palmer and Halsey, they crashed when they dropped us off on. Dropped her, Osiris. How is she looks pretty much completely uninjured despite being in a crash? Hi, Mum.
It took you long enough.
Well, there we go. So, thankfully, because it's the actual full game rather than the Master Chief Collection, we can have the credits roll while we talk about it. Yeah, so as an ending goes, that's pretty fucking awesome. What a great ending. My biggest concern is I don't think it's going to be continued. I think they're going to have to dismiss it because I don't think it was well liked. I think that's something that I find really difficult with 343, is I think lots of people are very overly critical of 343 because they're not Bungie, and you know, if Bungie makes a decision, it's their creation, so they're allowed to fuck it up as much as they want. If 343 make a decision that, you know, people don't like, it's just because they don't care and it's a complete disregard, when clearly they seem to have far more care over the source material than Bungie ever did. I mean, Bungie created Reach long after the book was written about what happened there, and they were just like, nah, we're going to do our own thing, don't give a shit. Whereas Halo 4 and Halo 5 clearly shows that the people behind it have read the books, know the lore, know the stories. So the idea that 343 don't care or they just want to shit all over it is just it doesn't have a leg to stand on. It's such a stupid, childish argument to make. Have 343 made some poor decisions? Yes, but everyone makes mistakes. I think Halo 5 Guardians, having played it, I don't know why all those years ago I came away so sad, because it's really, really good. Mechanically, it is easily the best Halo 5. It's not a million miles above Reach, but it is above Reach by a noticeable margin. I still think from playing all of them, Reach is the strongest. Reach is the strongest before Halo 5. So I think if I was going to go mechanically, I would go Halo, well, even just a Halo game, just pure rating the Halo games. Halo 5 would be best, then Reach, then 3, then probably 1, then I don't know where to put 2 and 4, to be fair. I think the problem with 4 is, I don't know, maybe 4 is on par with 3. I don't know, the issue is 4 was definitely weaker than Reach, but I don't know if I can say it's weaker than the others. It's really hard to tell. I think the original Prometheans, as they were in Halo 4, are not as strong as the Flood, so they're just going to have limited interactions in comparison. The story in Halo 4 is probably the strongest. I don't know, it had a very strong theme, had a good story, good characters. So did Halo 5, but I think Halo 5 blah 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 is over a lot of stuff too much. So I think I've got to give it to Halo 4, just edges it out. But Halo 5 kicks everything else's ass. I mean, I love Halo Combat Evolved. Halo Combat Evolved is an awesome game, but I can't see how you can play them both and say that Halo 5 Guardians isn't better. It's just better. It really is. I'm just trying to. I don't know how to word it. I've keep toying around with the idea that I'm going to do like a video essay on the games and sort of actually write down my thoughts rather than coming up with them on the spot, because as any of you will have seen, I'm not very good at that. But if I might do that, because I'm about a month ahead, so I'm recording this a month before it comes out, and that's where I've been for most of the videos. So Reach is currently live. We're towards the end of Reach now, so if that sort of gives you an idea of where we are. But no, I think the weakest part of this is the fact that it doesn't justify itself in a lot of ways. All the tension seems manufactured just for the sake of having tension. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to voice that in really. It's kind of, I mean, yeah, the Locke hunting the Master Chief was fine, I suppose, but their fight was just, I don't know, it's like I said, it all felt very manufactured, and they all seemed to be against Cortana before we even got any idea that Cortana was to be, I don't know, it's so weird to me. It felt like someone was justifying their actions having read the end of the script. Like, they knew Cortana was going to be evil without any real justification. Like, the Master Chief wanting to pursue Cortana makes perfect sense. And Halsey just saying, oh, we can't let him because Cortana's bad. It's like, she provides no reason why. It's so, like, if you actually think about its story. So if you take Halo 4 and Halo 5 together. Okay, so Halo 4 builds up the Didact, drops the Didact in the pool at the end, and he's gone, but he might not actually be gone. Kills Cortana off, Master Chief is left sad. Right, cool. Okay. What a great starting point for this to be a story about the Master Chief, being lost without Cortana, which actually in the trailers he's shown wearing rags walking through the desert. So it really displayed this idea of the Master Chief being lost. And it's like, oh wait, no, we won't have him lost. We'll give him his old family, who we've not justified where they've come from. They're just here now, apparently. There was literally no justification in the game whatsoever. There might be in the terminals, but that shouldn't be the way you tell your story. That should be clear. There should be some connection about how they got back together. And I think that's an insult to not have that. So, but it also loses what we were talking about in the idea of the Master Chief being lonely. He's not lonely. He might have lost Cortana, but now he's got his family. It's not the same. Sure, we have that piece of dialogue where we're talking about, I know he's pushing himself, and okay, that sort of justifies and gives you an idea of the Chief's current mindset, mission after mission after mission. He doesn't want to think about Cortana, and I get that. He loves Cortana. He misses Cortana. But they have this whole... Sorry, I've lost my train of thought there. See, I'm so bad at these types of things. Long story short, they ruined that part of the aspect of Halo 4. Then you got Spartan Ops. Spartan Ops talks about the story of Joel Dharma, this basically almost like the Covenant forming based around the Didact and stuff. And that's like, okay, cool, so we're ready for that. And then they just throw that away straight away. At the very first level is Osiris, Joel Dharma's been taken apart. He gets killed literally in the last cutscene of the first level, and that's it. It's all over. The ending of Spartan Ops, where Halsey's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get revenge," is like, nope, she's friends again. So that's completely thrown away. then obviously Cortana's back, so the idea of her being dead is completely thrown away. It just feels like they did a lot of stuff in Halo 4 and then just immediately throw it all away in Halo 5. And I've got this huge concern that they're going to do the same for Infinite, because I don't know how they fit this into Infinite. I just don't know. As far as I can see, we don't have allies with us, which I think is a mistake, because fucking Blue Team or even having Osiris' team around us was awesome. That was a really, really good change of pace. I think it's much better when you have allies. The game is really solid with allies. And I just have concerns that while Halo Infinite might be really good, I think they're taking steps in the wrong direction. I would like to see this story play out. I want to see Cortana being the bad guy. I want to see the steps we have to take. But if Infinite's going to be an open world game set on some shield world or something, I mean, it doesn't really work. You can't fight Cortana, who's across the entire universe, on one location. So they're going to have to throw this story away somehow. They're going to have to just bin it or something. I don't know. It just, yeah. Honestly, I don't know. We've got, I believe the Banished are going to be the bad guys, and they're going to feature in Halo Wars 2. So it'll be interesting to see how that all connects, and so potentially that will maybe make some justifications. It depends where Halo Wars 2 sits, because Halo Wars was in the past. Halo Wars was in game-wise, chronologically the first. That happened before any of the events of Halo 1 and such. So, yeah. Yeah, I think it's really tricky. We won't know until obviously it comes out, which, well, yeah. Oh, hello. Just Veni Vidi Vici. There you go. Look, there's Master Chief walking around with a fucking cloak. That never happens in the game, or any explanation for that. Yeah, I think it is the strongest game. To finalize my waffle, I think it's the strongest game in the series. I think it has room for improvement, but I also think it has improved upon Halo dramatically. Level design is something that I not even thought about in any of the other Halo games, and then in this game it was like, oh yeah, that is something that we should have been doing ages ago. I don't like the dash smash mechanic. It has no real use. I think it's mostly a multiplayer thing, and I guess that's fine if you want to have it as a multiplayer thing. That's whatever. I just in the campaign it just felt worthless and tacked on. I like the stationary aiming. I think that's cool. I think that's a good bit of fun. So, and I guess in a way the smash can sort of be a transition out of that, I suppose. I don't know. I feel like the armor abilities are a lot more of a fun mechanic to play with than the running around, the dash and smash. And obviously the story, I think, was, if you take the story on face value, really, really strong. Really, really strong. But when you actually start to think about it and the setup that it doesn't have, I mean, even such as, like, if you actually go through any mention of AI being lesser, it's only ever in this game, and it is only ever like throwaway comments. You've got Roland, who suddenly starts talking about, oh, you guys are assholes because she didn't die when she was supposed to. It's like, all right, where's this coming from, Roland? And then you've got the comments from, I think it was Vale or it might be Taka. What's her name? Tanaka. Where she's talking about, I can't believe anyone with anthropomorphized an AI. It's like, what? Why would you not? They're like, that's crazy to me. That statement just felt so out of place. Like they feel like people. They just feel like they're part of the team. The AI distinction doesn't. Sure, they only live for 7 years, but they're literally created off of the brains of deceased people. They are. They have personalities, they have opinions and stuff. It's crazy to me that anyone would suggest that they don't. So that seemed like just a statement made purely for us to, start thinking of AI as lesser. And then obviously you've got Cortana moaning about, being thrown away and stuff. And I was like, we've not seen it. It's not like we've seen tons of times where we're going to put AI in ships to crash into things. You know, there's been 3 AIs across all the campaigns: Cortana, Roland, and then whatever the one name is for the one in Halo Wars, the first one, whatever her name is, I can't remember. But she was super snarky and she had banter with everyone. Like they all just seemed like a member of the team. No one was like AI or stuff. They didn't belittle them. They just, yeah, I don't know. That the more I think about that, the more frustrated I get, because it just seems so out of place. And that seems to be their only justification for Cortana being an asshole. And it's not strong enough because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit with Cortana's character. We last game, made by the same people, had her in tears as she looked down at the corpses of the people who'd been killed by the composer. Is it composer? I think it was the composer. When the Didact basically turned to skeletons, she's like in tears, distraught. And then next game, she's like, oh yeah, we'll just unintentionally, won't care and just kill people by pulling the Guardians away from the planets and stuff. It just, I don't know. Anyway, I have waffled on for a really long time on this. I think it's good in one way. It shows that it's not just meh, and it's not like failed to elicit a response. It's just the fact that I don't know if it was negative. It's the thing is, you can't talk about mechanics for a really long time. It's like, yeah, mechanics are great. They did this. It was great. This was great. That was it. That's all you talk about. That's the end. That's all you can talk about at that point. But the story, you can talk about for ages. You can talk about things they could have done. They can talk about things they should have done. You can talk about things that they didn't do. You know, all that sort of conversations, things about they did great. There's so much you can talk about. And in this case, I think the story was a mistake. So, of course, I talked for ages about something negative, when in reality, I would say when it comes to Halo, the story is secondary to the gameplay. That is why Halo Reach, I would say, is the second best Halo game, despite the fact that the story can go suck a big massive dick, because it sucks, because it's stupid, it doesn't fit the lore, and it makes me so angry. But the game is awesome, and if you take the game at face value, the story is actually fine. It's palatable. It's not like it doesn't make sense. It's fine, but its gameplay just carries it through. And so with Halo, gameplay is the most important, and Halo 5 knocks it out of the park. Fantastic, great job. 343, celebrate, you did an awesome job. Which is actually also brings back into why I'm concerned about Halo Infinite, because what made this game so strong was its level design. And once you go into an open world game, everything sort of gets smoothed out a bit. I mean, you know, you can talk about how much you love there's a grunt. How long do you have to be on the menu screen to see that? If you talk about Skyrim, Oblivion, the open world games that you love, GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption, it is flat and hilly. It's hilly in places and it's flat in others, and that is it. That is your lot. I know. I look forward to being, surprised, but that is what I'm envisioning. I'm envisioning the level Halo from Halo Combat Evolved, the second level in the campaign. Just imagining that, but for the entire time. There will be structures that you can, move around in. I think in one of the gameplay trailers we saw like a giant lift that gets you up a cliff, so we can see stuff like that. But we're not going to see the level of design that we've seen in this campaign, where you have different routes to get around, like actual developed routes, not just taking a big old massive detour. I don't know. I think I should have stopped talking when I did stop talking. I really enjoyed it. Really solid. I really hope it has some payoff in Infinite, but the trailers that I've seen thus far do not seem to suggest that it's going to have any connection. So who knows? Anyway, Halo Wars 2, next episode. Really excited for that. That is the only Halo game I haven't actually finished. So it'd be nice to get into that and trial things out. And I think it's going to be the longest one as well, because it's got a lot of levels and it's also got DLC. Only Halo game to have DLC. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. So thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Shotgun Squirrel out.